Hey guys, it's Gravity from Poneware. This is the second part of my Deepholm questing series. Here we're up to the Earthen. They've been at war with the Trogs who have come about as part of the unrest. We've got an escort here that we've got to help out. It's sped up. I got it nearly twice the speed just so you can get through this. The Earthen, you might remember from the first part, it saved a chap who was dead, had to kill some flayers, got some white chalk, sort of electrocuted him as one of the goblin's ideas. That guy became a quest giver. This area I'm in now is where he sends you, and this is a later part of those quests. The cool thing though is this guy with his catapult helps you out. Not doing very much at the moment, is he? When you do this one yourselves, you can't eat between pulls. You get a fair few guys attacking you and you can die, which happened a little bit later on. Finish that up, you get to the battlefront here where the Earthen are fighting loads of Trogs. They've got their animated golems. Grab some quests to go and free up these deactivated ones. Got to kill these dudes, 5 of them, activate them, they go off and kill people. This is sped up too. I died here again as well. It was actually quite refreshing to die while questing. I just had stopped paying attention to my health. Firstly because it's way up in the top left corner, I can't adjust it, and secondly because I'm so used to playing a tank with Death Strike as my primary. Now these guys have got to be killed, which is why we've got a pet golem who you'll see at the back. He does a war stomp, tries to get aggro, and there's also some big mushrooms we've got to kill. See him stretching his fingers. Cool pet. Howling Blast hits pretty hard. Did you see that? 8k. Yeah, I dropped IVF there because I was getting a bit low. My guy finally comes in after attacking some other loose mob. Trying to find a health pot, which I don't normally need. I quite liked that there was a threat of death here. I was a bit more careful, which I became later on. You know, you wouldn't die, but it's not what you want. You want it to be a little harder. In Mount Hyjal, I was like through butter. I was just killing things without the slightest concern. I talked about that, although the sound quality wasn't very good. Here, different matter. I actually had to be careful. Look how beautiful this place is. Absolutely stunning. We're off now to save the king and prince. Boulder Gut here. He's imprisoned the king of the Earthen. Now here he yells out to me and I get a bit confused. I think, oh, maybe I'm meant to be doing something else. So I run over and tried to find some chains, but there weren't any there. I just had to kill the boss. So the Earthen are now allies. And they give us one of the fragments of the world pillar. Get my reward. Look at these guys. Isn't that beautiful? Get to kill them as well. They're targets for a quest that the king sends you on. You get his axe, throw it at them, they shrink, and you can kill them. I would like that stayed big, they look brilliant. Yes, by the way, that ghoul is a permanent ghoul and I'm in Frost Spec. I'm also using a green item that I picked up earlier that was better than my 251 Northrend weapon. Probably Keldalar or something like that. King sends me underground on a quest here. I think my ghoul will reappear. I think they've fixed that bugs too, but oh look, see that quest popping up? Finishes quest for you. It's that really nice new technology. So you can accept and complete quests without the giver being around. It's used when it fits into the storyline. It just so happened that a mob was in the wrong spot at the wrong time, and the quest at the same time there's no connection. And inside here is where the middle fragment is being stored by this what's his name? Avalanchian. Have a Dedian in a second. He's quite weak. I thought with that many hit points would be a threat, but no. No, my ghoul didn't turn up after I dismounted. It was quite fun having a ghoul in Frostspec. Brilliant. Middle fragment. Save the world. Off we go. It's nice about it, fly indoors. Hand it in and look at this weapon. Unbelievable. When you see the reward, you might want to pause. It's incredible. And it's better than what I thought was a good weapon with the Energen Great Mace Matrix reference there. Now I get another quest to turn in and there's good rewards once again. This is the zone where you'll be replacing gear. There's another video I've got which highlights some of the other rewards. This is the central area. It's like a large circular zone, much like Sholazar Basin. And you get quests that send you out, back and forth to the rim. Ultimately you need to get the fragments, which then will visually appear in that break that you can see there. It's really epic. You genuinely feel part of something. You feel like involved. And this lovely dwarf, she turns up in a few places. You might remember as the dwarf who was at the Maelstrom with Thrall at the very beginning and flew you in. And she turns up again here and we do some quests with her. Now we've got to go and stomp on these twilights. There's a 9,600 crit frost strike. A lot of rune strike procs there. I'm not using them because I've got more damage coming out of frost strike in this spec. Going to get some basilisk meat to lure a dragon who has one of the other pieces of the world pillar. Took me a little while to work out who to kill or what to do. So knock off 5 of these. There's my ghoul, and then use them to lure a dragon down. That orc running around, you just might have noticed, is on the same quest, and we coincidentally kill the end dragon for the quest together. There we go, 83. So I've done nearly all of Vash, and this would be maybe 2/3 of Deepholm. I've done a couple of instances. The XP curve has not been finally tuned yet. Blizzard are expecting that you'll be able to get to, I think, the end of 82 in this zone here. Unfortunately there's a trainer bug, so there's a bunch of new abilities that I've not been able to get yet. Even at 83, so I could drop a profession, which is the current workaround for the bug, but I don't want to do that since this is actually a copy of my main with the professions that I'd picked. Got mining, for example. I want to test mining later on without having to skill it up again. This boss requires that you stay on the move, so just circle strafing here. You see my little friend helping me out. So you kill that dragon, then you get a quest to kill another one who's bigger. I've just killed him and we get the fragment we needed. Level 318 quest rewards, yeah. Separate video of all the rewards in this zone. Quite impressive. We really are going to be replacing a lot of hard-earned epics in here. Then he sends you off to fight with the Earthen ring against some elementals who are very grumpy. You get this gorgeous little quest eventually where this little baby elemental becomes attached to you and you've got to defend him here. It's called Pebble. You've got to then do a number of quests for each of the elemental lords. There's 4 or 5 of them. And they eventually give you favour with the Earth Mother, who currently has a very unattractive placeholder model from the Princess of Maraudon. Can't wait to see what she actually looks like. But you don't get to interact with her, there's Pebble, until you've satisfied all the lords and proven yourself to them. Here's me fighting with one of them to kill a dragon. There's this innovative quest here. It took me a while to work it out actually, where you're jumping around like this, and that's pretty straightforward, but there's a rock with a bubble. It doesn't always seem to appear. You need to get under it, and the rocks can be destroyed, which can make your pathing difficult. Yeah, I can't see the bubble one even now, watching the video again. Maybe you just got to hop around until the bubble appears. Obviously you've got to stay out of the breath. I launched a couple of ranged attacks as best I could. You can't melee them very well. But there's the bubbled one. Do you see it? Up in the top right, behind her? Now, I didn't see that the first time, but eventually I did. Doesn't do much damage. Pretty creative, don't you think? Reminds me a bit of the Mount Hyjal tree quest, which you would have seen where you've got to save the bears. That's curious. The bubble's not even visible at the moment. There it is. Maybe it phases in or out or something. The tree quest in Mount Hyjal is great, where you're saving the bears, you're jumping up and down. Some really nice new mechanics that just give you that extra bit of not just fun, but involvement in the game, interacting with it in a different way. Yeah, beautifully done. Really, really good fun. I found very few bugs. It's very solid.